We gotta give them a chance because they're looking for Monica.
Mm-hmm.
You did?
Yeah, we lied. Oh, Jesus. Good morning, all.
Here wants to do two people lurking in the shadows. You just gotta do something every single time.
Of course. He would not be Jomel. He would not be Jomel if he didn't.
Hey, Watson, can you hear us? Yeah, I can hear it on my phone. Okay. Hey, Philip. Hey, Melanin Queen. Y'all come on in here, child. It's too early in the morning for me, honey.
Yes, it's early this morning, child.
But you know, when one of the TBT squad has issue or sick or doesn't feel well, me and Tremont take over their spot.
Or someone else.
And unfortunately, y'all looking for Monica this morning, but she's not feeling the best. She wasn't feeling the best last night, and she asked me, she called me and Tremel and asked us to come on in her place. So we agreed. Girl, just know that I love you, honey, because this is way too early for me. Way too early for me to be up and in front of a camera. Because I'm up and listening to you, but I'm laying in the bed rolling around. I know, I saw it. This says that this is the anniversary. Look what it says.
I know, I seen that. I don't know why it says that.
Because it ain't the anniversary celebration.
It's not the anniversary celebration. I'm sorry, y'all. Listen. This technical stuff is just really, oh gosh. I'm so sorry, y'all. It's not the anniversary celebration. This is morning talk. This is Coffee with the Kings. How'd that happen?
I don't know. Maybe I can. Let me see.
It's too late to fix it unless we sign off and get signed back on. That's what we have to do.
No, yeah, because it ain't showing up the way I know I can fix it. Well, anyway.
Well, we'll call this the pre-anniversary celebration for Wanston
and Leo.
Please excuse the title and still come on in. If you're looking for us to have on our anniversary garments, unfortunately, we're not doing that this morning. We are not doing that this morning.
Austin said 2 lives went live at the same time.
Who went live? Who else went live?
No, ours. Because there's a few in there that you have set.
Oh, Jesus.
But that's the only one I see. So it's the, well, it has to be the only one that actually went live. It's probably the one with Jomel picture because that's still up there. Too.
My God, today.
Just, you got to go through after and fix it.
Yeah, I'll go through and fix them all. Thank you, Wanston. Thank you for that. Oh, my Jesus. Well, I guess we'll just give everybody an opportunity to come in. It should be.
Yes, because they probably all looking for Monica.
Yeah.
You don't realize to look for us. I will do.
I was looking for it to see if I can cancel it. Let's see. Let's
Go somewhere.
Jomel, if you Jomel, you know I don't play with my sneakers. We will fight this morning. Do you want to go to jail? Because I can put you in jail. You go right to jail. Mm-hmm. Do you want to go to jail? You better leave my sneakers alone, boy. Whew. Okay, so good morning, guys, and welcome all to Coffee with the Kings. Guys, as you know,
Hey, MJ.
we have been advertising our newest venture, which is our merchandising. And here it is. Our feature item for this morning is going to be
My favorite mug.
Joseph's favorite mug. I dedicated this mug to my husband, Joseph. And I just want you guys to take a look at this. So we'll be right back. The mug that you see before you is one of the official McRae Kingz coffee mugs. And as you can see, it has a picture of us on the front. This is one of Joseph's favorite pictures. And on the back, it says, let me go to the thing. It says, don't get spun, slapped, and what, Joseph?
Fucked up.
But it does not actually say the curse word. We kept it clean. We kept it clean, y'all. So go on over to our McRae Kingz boutique and get yourself one of our coffee mugs.
So you can have your coffee with the Kings in the morning.
That's right. You can have your coffee with the Kings in the morning.
You know, I'm not drinking out of the mug, but I will be.
Yes. We also have other mugs that are here. And one is the other mug that we have here is right here. Let's see. It says,
that's the back, right?
Yeah, that's the back. It says Team McRae all damn day. And on the front, it has the McRae Kingz logo. This particular mug, it only comes in this particular color because of the logo and the color of the logo. But we also do have other mugs as well, such as the night mug. Of course, we showed you that mug on yesterday. And as you can see, as I'm scrolling, we have a whole bunch of merchandising here. This is our official night mug. And on the back of it, it says the McRae Kingz, and it says night, because you are our official night. So this mug is dedicated to you guys and also our fellow subscriber, Medina. And again, guys, we have all different types of merchandise. We have leggings for the ladies. Okay. I think the leggings are really, really cute. I really do. I think the leggings are really, really cute. And these come in an array of different colors as well. Of course, I put the red up because that's my favorite color. And we have other merchandising. So get on over there. Oh, and also, ladies, we have these little tote bags that you can carry around for the summer. For you ladies that like to carry a nice little light bag around in the summertime.
Or even the ones of you that carry, you know, stuff. Because I know my mother used to carry a bag like that to work. Yeah, her lunch and magazines and her newspapers to read on the train and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. And that one also says Team McRae, a lifetime member. There's another tote bag that we have here as well. And just go on over to the McRae Kingz.
Look at it for yourself.
Boutique and check us out, okay? So let's get back to us. technical. Technical. Am I coming in too dark, Joseph, do you think?
It's slow. I can't see it on my phone. There you go. Whatever is better.
There we go. Okay, well, praise God. Praise God that we got some coffee this morning, y'all. Yes, we do. We got coffee this morning. Where's my coffee? Here go my coffee. I got my coffee this morning. You got your coffee, Joseph.
Monica, girl, just know that I love you, honey. To be up and out of bed and looking decent.
And guys,
this early in the morning.
We would normally have one. Here we go pushing our mugs, and we ain't even got the mug.
That's what I said.
But the reason why we don't is because we have a child. Now, I promise you, it would be a total disaster if we had an uncovered mug. And so we got to find, we have to, I haven't been able to create a mug or a coffee cup, a travel mug. But I'm going to do that. So please, just bear with us this morning. This is my favorite coffee cup. That's Joseph's favorite coffee cup. So that's why we got them. That's why we got these.
But big, and I can get a lot of coffee at one time.
Yes. So with that being said, let's get on with the discussion.
Yes,
but
he needs to tell y'all how crazy he acted last night.
Yes, yeah.
Let's go tell y'all something else.
But before I do that, I'm going to, as we said before, we're going to do something different this week, and we are going to, for the remainder of this week and next week, we are going to place in the chat our link so that you guys that wish to come on and you have something to say, you have a comment, you have a question, you need some advice or whatever, feel free to click the link. And we'll be more than happy to bring you in. Okay? So that link is there. Mods, please make sure that everybody knows that the link is there. Send out a message to them. Tell them to click the link. You know, come on in. So we decided that this morning we would change it up a little bit. We're going to kind of like give you guys a little story time. A little story time fun. I'm going to tell a story. I'll tell a story, and Joseph may tell a story or two, and maybe you guys can come in and
tell them how you acted last night.
Yes, we're gonna wing this morning. Okay,
we not Monica. We don't have tips.
Yeah, we ain't got no tips. So and following us will of course be it's me, Ronston. Yes, honey. And
so when we're done, we're gonna go over there.
Yes, we're gonna go on over to Ronston. And so with that being said, I'm gonna get on with it. Now last night, because Joseph wanted me to tell y'all this story.
Because you acted a plum fool.
Why I act a fool?
Because you dead.
See what I'm saying? I'm dead, right? So I randomly asked Joseph these questions.
You gotta tell him. We was watching Why Did I Get Married Too?
Yeah, we was.
And at the end, when the lady walked up to Janet Jackson and told her, I know it's been a year, but there's a man that wants to meet you. And she met him, and it was The Rock standing there. So he says to me, what would I do? Would I go out with him for coffee? I said, well, of course, you're dead. Well, he had a natural born fit.
Yes, I did. I had a natural born fit because I told him, I said, there will be no other king after me. He said, well, I'm going to change my last name. I said, oh, no, you're not. Oh, no, you're not. You're going to do what? You're going to change your last name.
And I kept saying, well, you're dead. So what difference does it
make? And I said, don't mess with my discount. That's our emergency word, by the way.
So,
don't mess with my discount. I said, Joseph, don't play with me. I said, because if I die before you, trust me when I tell you, know this, I'm going to be on the other side, looking at you just like this. So, ain't gonna be no more marriage after this. You will be a widower for the rest of your life. Of course, y'all hear Jomel. Jomel was just cutting food this morning. But yeah, we had that was a funny story that we had from last night. What else did we talk about? Okay, and then guys, we talked about because Joseph and I'm telling you guys, the personalities that you see before you now are the personalities that we are off camera for the most part, especially in the house. We laugh, we joke with one another, we tell funny stories to one another. Our marriage, we like to have fun with one another, you know, because Joseph is my best friend. So, you know, imagine having your best friend with you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And that's what Joseph is to me. He's my very, very best friend.
Oh.
And so, you know, we joke all the time and we tell all these funny stories, and every single time something funny happens in our lives, we share with one another. And, we recently talked about our daughter Dion. Shout out to our daughter Dion. Joseph was telling me this funny story about the time that Dion bought a dog.
Because I had 2 Cocker Spaniels. Y'all heard me say their names, Prada and Armani, the other day. And she was like, oh, I love Cocker Spaniels. I want one. But I had, at the time, this was a long time ago. At the time, I had brought one from a pet store. Well, both of them came from the same pet store. So she went online and ordered this Cocker Spaniel from someone, paid them, they shipped the dog to her, and she picked up the puppy. Well, she was in love with the puppy. I love the puppy. Named the puppy Biscuit. Love the puppy, love the puppy. So she would call me, oh, Barbara, what do I do with this? Why is he reacting this way? And blah, blah, blah. So, you know, I had to, so I could tell her, you know, what she needed to know. Well, one day I get a phone call. I don't know what kind of dog this is, but this ain't no Cocker Spaniel, bitch. So I'm like, what are you talking about? She's like, first of all, this little bitch is pissing all over my goddamn house. So I'm like, okay, well, you got to train the dog. I take it outside. You know that? Well, it takes time. You got to train the puppy. Another month goes by. This is not a Cocker Spaniel, bitch. And I'm like, what do you mean it's not a Cocker Spaniel? I've had this dog for 6 months. And my nephew is riding the dog's back like it's a horse. So in my mind, I'm like, there's no human possible way that a child could ride a Cocker Spaniel's back. Like, first of all, they would kill the dog. The dog wouldn't even be able to stand up. And I knew her nephew was like 5, 6 years old. So I know it is humanly impossible for a child to ride a Cocker Spaniel's back.
Oh, Lord, I need
like,
Lord Jesus.
What do you mean that he's riding the dog's back? He is riding the dog's back like it's a horse. I said, well, are you sure they sent you a Cocker Spaniel? Was it mixed with anything? Like something big, like a Great Dane? Or no, it's full of hair. I said, does it have a tail, or is the tail short? It has a long curly tail. I said, oh my God, they sent you an Afghan.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
Afghans get huge. Like a child could ride an Afghan's back.
If you've never seen an Afghan, oh my God. Have you ever seen one before?
Yeah, remember that person when we used to live in Jersey City at church?
Yes, yes.
So an Afghan does get as big as a horse, where not as big as a horse, but it's a huge dog where a child could ride the dog's back. Because he was skinny. It wasn't like he was a heavy little kid. He was a skinny little kid. So I'm like, she was like, if the dog stands on 2 legs, his whole head is on top of mine. I was like, well, that ain't a Cocker Spaniel, boo, because my Cocker Spaniel stand on 2 legs. Their head is barely at my knee, honey. And I mean, granted, I'm 6'3". But an Afghan would see me eye to eye if it stands on 2 legs. So this dog is wearing her thin. So finally she couldn't take it no more. She takes the dog to the ASPCA. And, you know, the dog, they looked at the dog and said, well, what happened to the dog? I don't know. I found it on the corner. So they like, so you found this dog? Yes, I found the dog on the corner. So they was questioning her, but how do I know I found the dog on the corner? Because, you know, when you turn the dog into the ASPCA, they keep your name and stuff to make sure that, you know, you can't get another dog, especially from them. So they questioned her about the dog, questioned her. Then the questions were getting evasive, and she was like, look, I gotta go. Buy biscuit and left. How did if you found the dog on the corner, you called the dog out there, and the dog responded.
But wait a minute, tell me what you.
So now she has to tell her little nephew when she gets home why biscuit ain't there. So she picks Malik up from work, from school, and he's like, Auntie, where's the dog?
Where's Biscuit?
Where's Biscuit? Oh, Biscuit got hit by a car and died.
Biscuit died today.
Biscuit died today. I'm like, did you just tell a little 6-year-old that the dog died? Well, I had to do something, honey, because I wasn't going back to get Biscuit. That was a devil dog. Hey, Miss Shauna, the title on this is wrong. Our anniversary is next week.
Yes,
thank you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. Oh,
hey,
God.
Dominique.
Oh, God. But speaking of that, in the spirit of it being anniversary season and Pride, guys, this is also Pride Month. And, you know, whenever I
happy Pride to everybody.
Yes, happy Pride. Whenever I proposed to Joseph and we were to get married, we had set a date. But of course, I've told you guys time and time again, somebody was being a groomzilla. And so I said, listen, God damn it, we forget all this goddamn wedding shit.
See, that's why I like when you get upset. Because he starts stuttering. And all his words be like there, but he'd be so upset he can't get them out.
Yes. I said, God damn it, we get married on the 30th of June, and that's it. What do you mean we get married? I need time to prepare.
But see, this is what I be talking about when I be trying to tell y'all. You got to be real special to deal with Tremel.
Yeah, you do.
We had like a complete argument from 5 o'clock in the morning. Because I remember I was driving to dialysis, and he pissed me off so bad I didn't even want to see him the night before. We was going at it through text messages all night long.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Dramatic had took off his wedding band, his engagement ring, put it on a gold placemat on the table, and was like, I'm done. I'm over this. I can't do this no more. I was like, really? You gonna be that dramatic? So then Tremel has a way of tricking you into thinking that he's calm and he'll have a decent conversation with your ass and go right back to 100. So in the morning, I said, okay, let me go to sleep. I have to get up because we doing this at 2 o'clock in the morning. And I had to be up in like another 2 hours to get to the dialysis center by 6 o'clock because I had lived far from it. It was still the dialysis that I was going to in North Brunswick, but I was living in Jersey City, so that's like a 45-minute drive. You realize that's how long it takes me to get to the one in Syracuse? Mm-hmm. So I was like, okay, let me call him in the morning since I'm woke and he kept me up all night. I'm going to harass him early in the morning. So he picks up the phone and he's like, oh, good morning, babe. And I'm like, good morning, Tremel. Child, that's all it took was a good morning, honey, because he started going in. I don't understand. All I want to do is marry you. You're making this process hard, blah, 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 blah. I was like, look, I don't have to deal with this early in the morning. I argued with him my whole 45 minutes. I was like, look, I got to go inside, and you're not going to upset me while I'm getting my dialysis, so goodbye. Came out. I said, okay, he had 4 whole hours to calm down. 4. I'll call him when I get in the car. Him, what are you doing? I just got done with dialysis and I'm going home. Oh, you're not coming to see me? I didn't know you wanted to see me. I mean, you've been yelling at me since last night. Oh no, forget it. Forget it. You don't have to come. You don't have to come. Just stay where you are. Just go do whatever you want to do. It tells me who you are as a person. I'm like, oh my God. 4 hours later, he's still carrying on. I said, Tramiel, let me just drive about a hill, get my coffee, and I will be on my way to your house. Oh, no. You wasn't coming. Don't come now. And I'm like, are you kidding me? So now I have to argue with him all the way from the dialysis place till I get in front of his house. He's sitting outside like some old country bumpkin in a chair waiting for me. It's like a scene in the movie. He was sitting in a chair with his little legs crossed, just like that, with his little legs crossed, waiting. So here I come rolling up, like, you know, like Nellie Olsen. If you ever watched Little House on the Prairie, how Nellie would come and she gonna beat up Laura. So here I come, and he just sitting there kicking his little leg. Then here we go. I was like, well, I don't understand what's the problem. You know, I'm trying to make ration out of all of this. I'm like, I don't understand what the rush is. It's not like I'm pregnant and we about to have a baby before we get married. Why can't we just take our time and plan this according? Nope. Either you're gonna marry me now, or I said, all right, if you want to do this now to keep me calm and to keep everything calm, let's do what we said we were gonna do from the beginning. Let's just get our little marriage license, go to the court, and get married. Now, I want a big wedding. Oh, now all of a sudden he want a big wedding. I said, well, Tramiel, it's not going to happen. I said, we trying to plan something that is impossible to plan in 2 months. So he sits there, he has to think. You know, remember like Shanae used to do? And she sit there and talk to herself. When, I mean, I'm saying, you sure? Oh. So then he goes, well, if I do that, we're getting married June 30th. He didn't even know what day of the week it was. He just happened to pick a Saturday. Unless he researched it and knew that's what he was going to say by the time I got there. But he just picked June 30th out of the air. I was like, why do we have to get married so fast? Because, again, I wanted to get married on my mother's birthday. Nope. Because if we don't get married then, it proves my point that you don't want to marry me and blah, blah, blah. And I love you and I'm not losing you this time. It's either June 30th or nothing. I said, okay, well, I guess I should go home. What do you mean? I said, well, you said June 30th or nothing. Oh, so that's how you're going to do it, huh? We stand there. I'm like, you know what? Fine. I said, if that gives you the confidence that you need to know that I'm not leaving and I'm not going nowhere, then fine, we can get married June 30th. I don't have a problem with it. Because I plan on marrying you whether I marry you on June 30th or February 9th of 2019. It really doesn't matter to me. So now all of a sudden, he would be nice. I said, all right, well, I'm leaving. Oh, I'm not coming with you. I said, oh, here we go again. I said, well, if you want to come, then get up out of the chair, sitting there looking like Mama Moses.
Oh, he's trying to act like he didn't want me to come with him. He was.
Oh, no. See, I'm leaving out a whole bunch. Like all the emotion that went through it, him crying, me crying. Like, it was a whole emotional thing. I'm just making it a short story.
Yeah, he was like, I need for you to be the real you. Where is he?
Oh, yeah,
where is Tramiel?
What I told you, that's the day I told him that too. I was like, I don't know who this little meager man is in front of me, but that ain't the little weak man I met 18 years ago. I don't know who this little crier is, but I want the old man back that would tell me to kiss his ass if he didn't like what I said.
I wanted to jump on top
and he was looking at me like I was crazy
and beat him on the top of his head.
Part, actually.
Yes.
And he looked at me like, I said, no, you're going to learn to open your mouth to me because what you're not going to do is just sit there and yes man me to death. No, I don't want no weak man. I don't want no man that I can control. I never was like that. There's been so many men in my life that would just do whatever I said.
I was getting ready to stab him.
That's boring.
I was going to stab him. He was going to get stabbed.
I said, I want the old you back. You sure that's what? Yes, that's what I want. That's what I fell in love with 18 years ago. I don't know who this little crier is because I don't have time for him. I was like the one that just does anything I say and gives me anything I want and just wants to please me. That's cute, but I'm gonna get bored with him. So you need to go back to, oh, you child. Why did I tell him that?
Mm-hmm.
Because now I have created this demon seed. This demon seed, but I can't lie. The meek person that Tremel was when I met him, he is nothing like that now. And I like that because it's a blessing and a curse at the same time.
Because I tell him, I'll punch you in your face.
It's a blessing because where people used to get over on him and people used to use him, that will never happen again.
Oh, no, it won't.
Because he sees it. And I never tried to change
I'll go to jail.
I never did. I would just
jail.
Let him do it and it would kill me on the inside.
Mm-hmm. I'm just wanting
But like I told him, yesterday I told him this. And I told my sister too. Because my sister was a person you could just take advantage of. And like I told him, I said, listen, I never told you to change. I never told my sister to change. I give them the tools that they need to stand up for themselves. And if I see that their little punches ain't working, then I step in and I take over.
But see, he don't like it when it's put towards him.
Right. But the two of them like turning it on my ass. And I'm like, you don't come for the teacher, bitch. You don't come for the teacher.
He should do that with everybody else but
Not
me.
And my sister tell you, we have an argument. I'm like, how come you jumping in my face? Jumping to people's in the street face. Talk to them the way you talk to me. How about that? And I tell him the same thing. Oh, you want to jump in my face. But the minute somebody says something to you, honey, you want to stand in. But y'all want to attack me. And I'm the one protecting both of y'all. It just kills me. But it's true. Like, if you try to change a person, it really won't work because they feel like you're changing them. But if you, and it's been a lot, I don't know why people, and maybe maybe that's my mission in life that I didn't know about. But a lot of people that, and I don't want to say weak because that doesn't make a person weak. But a lot of people that are scared to speak up for themselves or scared to take charge, they become my friends. And all of a sudden they get this newfound confidence. And I laugh because I'm like, y'all just see how I run things in my life. And y'all like the way that look. Y'all like the way that work. Because I've had some friends I had to tell, tone down. Because I'm like, child, you just arrogant to the point where don't nobody like you. Because you going overboard. But I guess I have a strong personality that people pull from. And I attract people I really have a lot of people in my life that don't take up for themselves, that sit there and let people use and abuse them. And then I kind of become their protector without being their protector, if that makes sense. Because like I said, I'm not trying to change nobody. I don't need nobody acting like me. But what I'm not going to do is sit there and condone them letting people take advantage of them. They'll tell me situations and I'll be like, really? And you was okay with that? That's how
say to me.
That's how
I.
That's how I like.
But this is what he does. This is what he does.
Think before I'm not trying to change nobody.
But this is what he does. Let me tell you something. My husband is one of the most intelligent people I've ever met in my life. But what he does is he uses the power of suggestion, or he redirects. This is what he does. And on top of that, he's a mega micro manager. He will micromanage you. Joseph, you can be you can be in the kitchen and you can be preparing a meal, and Joseph will redirect you to the point where you don't cook what you had planned to cook. You be done cook what he wants you to cook. Get that? Like, I'll give y'all a prime example. Now, Joseph, of course, you guys know he does home dialysis. So he's on his dialysis machine, and he also has a CPAP machine that he uses
for sleep apnea
because he has sleep apnea. And last week he said to me, he says, because now me, I'm anemic, right? So I get cold in a heartbeat. it can be blazing hot in the room and I'll be cold. This one right here. Out of the clear blue sky, he says to me, babe, from now on, you can't turn the air conditioner off. And I said, well, why? Well, I can't turn the air conditioner. You can't turn the air conditioner off at night because if you do, I'll suffocate.
I know. I said I feel like I'm suffocating.
Yeah, I feel like I'm suffocating. So now I'm under this rule of thumb to not turn the air conditioner off. Meanwhile, he's late. Now Joseph, this is so crazy. Y'all are gonna believe this is so crazy. I sleep under the covers. Joseph sleeps on top of the covers most of the time because Joseph is a big guy. And listen, Joseph is warm to the touch. Like right now, I'm touching him on his knee. I can touch Joseph on any part of his body and he's warm. He feels hot to the touch sometimes. And so he never gets like cold. Very seldom gets cold. So I'm under the cover. I got 3 blankets. I got a comforter. I got 2 blankets. Okay?
And he's still cold.
And I'm still cold. And a heating pad. I kid y'all, I got a heating pad on my side of the bed because I get so cold from the air conditioner. Y'all, I'm telling you, it's like you ever been in one of those walk-in freezers? That's how it is in our
No, see what happens is when he turns off the air, it gets hot and it's not immediate. Of course, when the room cools down, with having this whole thing over your face and mouth, your nose and mouth, it starts feeling like I'm suffocating because it's hot. So then I take the CPAP machine off. Then they start emailing me and calling me, talking about I'm not using it long enough. And I'm like, I really want to say, bitch, I use it the way I want. But they call me and tell me, you're not using it properly. Your insurance is not going to continue to pay for it. I don't even respond to them. I just start using it right. So I knew if he, like this morning, I took it off. And the air was on, but I felt like I was suffocating. And like maybe 2-3 hours later, I rolled over and Tremel was like, put your machine back on. And I did. And I slept through, because it makes me sleep better. It really does. So it's not like I don't want to do it. It's that when I feel like I'm being suffocated, if it's too hot, it's like, poof, I'm taking it off because then I'm fine. But
and here go my sister-in-law laughing at me. Yeah, Tracy, I got a heating pad. And you know what? I don't get no empathy from nobody in the family. They laugh at me. Okay, because Tracy is the same way. Tracy, you go to her house.
No. Believe me, no. Tracy, stay cold.
Listen, I go to Tracy's house and I'm freezing.
And Tracy will tell you, oh, no, it's comfortable in here.
No, it's freezing in her house.
No, Tracy don't even turn on the air conditioner. What are you talking about?
With Tracy, your
brother-in-law came through the door last night, and I was on the phone with her when he came home. He was like, oh, my God, it's hot in here. She's like, oh, you're hot? Oh, maybe because I don't have on no clothes. And I'm sure it was probably 85 degrees in her house.
But look how big Kari is.
Right.
Kari and you the same size.
Tracy,
Kari is just my brother-in-law, Tracy's husband.
No, he
is the same height as Joseph. Is he taller than you? They both big men.
And it's funny because
they're both big men.
My sister used to tell me when we were little kids, she always would tell me she was going to grow up to marry me. She was like, Joe, I'm going to grow up and marry you. And I'm like, you can't marry me. I'm your brother. Child, we gave my uncle a 70th birthday party, and it was hilarious to me. I said, well, she said she was going to grow up to marry me. Tracy always said, she was like, I love you so much. And that's why I tell Monica, Jayla reminds me of Tracy, because the same way Jayla and Jamel do what they do.
Like Tracy when she was a kid. Yeah.
The same thing they do is what me and Tracy did. Tracy would yell and scream and get away from me, and the minute I would disappear, where's my brother? Where's my brother? Where's my brother? I want my brother. Just like Jayla does. But Tracy would always tell me, she's like, I'm going to grow up to marry you because I love you. And I think she liked the whole protection thing. Child, we had a party for my uncle for his 70th birthday, which was recent, like a couple of years ago, 2 years, 3 years ago. I listened to these two women in the kitchen argue about me and her husband. They was like, no, no, no. That one out there is Tracy's brother. He is Tracy's husband. So I'm letting them go back. Now they said I was the husband and her husband was me. So I'm laughing and the other lady's like, no, that's Joe right there in the kitchen. And that's her husband out there. And she's like, no, I know Joe when I see him and that's him out there. And I was cracking up. I was like, child. So I couldn't take it no more. I said, oh, y'all want me to answer for you? They was like, please settle this because I know you Joe. I said, you're right. I am Joe. That's her husband. They was like, oh my God, y'all look just alike.
They do like brother. Like sometimes you can like see them in pictures. They look like bookends.
If people think that we are brothers, I'm like, well, we can't be brothers if that's my sister's husband.
Well, y'all ain't got the same personality because Corey is sweet. Joseph is a stank ass. I love my brother. My brother-in-law is just like this kindred soul. He's just this soul that's just beautiful. I think that's from being around Tracy, because you know Tracy ain't nothing but flowers and butterflies and shit.
No, let me tell you something. You know how y'all say me and Jamel are perfect for each other? We are each other's soulmates.
Yes, they are.
If my sister and her husband ever decided to do YouTube,
yeah,
they were, you can tell, and I'm not saying this because it's my sister, because first of all, he has the patience of Job to deal with her, honey. Because I don't. But if you ever saw them interact, I can promise you, God created her for him and him for her.
I would love for Tracy to get bipolar one day.
We'll talk about that later. Honey, when Tracy get bipolar, it's just like when you go bipolar, honey. You don't want that, trust me. Because when she go bipolar, honey, the only thing they can do is call me or hope that I'm present, because I'm the only person that can call her there. Because she went bipolar one day, and my mother called me and was like, I don't know who this is standing in front of you. I said, girl, that's your daughter. See, I saw all of that growing up. You don't know that, because she don't want you to see that, but she lost it that day. But
yeah, he about that life. Who was that said Joseph is about Michelle? Yeah, he about that life.
That's what Michelle said. In all my pictures, I look like Thug Life.
Yeah, I grew
up in the projects in the hood in Brooklyn. One of the worst projects in Brooklyn, Marcy Project.
Shout out to Marcy Projects.
I just didn't let that environment become me, per se. I didn't become a product of my environment. But when it's necessary, believe me, I know how to act like my environment. And that's what I try to tell him about my sister. Because Tracy's, I said, honey, don't be fooled. Tracy grew up in the projects. She will snatch you by your wig and break a bottle and stick you in the middle. I've seen her do it.
I want to see it.
I've seen her do it.
I want to see it.
And see, he want to see it because to know my sisters is rainbows and unicorns and everybody's love.
My sister,
let's spread love and clouds and peace.
It's sometimes she's so positive, damn it, I just be wanting to just grab her by her arms and just shake her and say, go, girl, just let it go just one damn time. Just like him. He won't get bipolar with me. He won't do it. I'm like, Joseph, just one time. Don't you want to do it one time?
No.
Don't you want us to be on 100 just one damn time?
So
we can just tear the whole damn time.
No, because see, when I'm with somebody that I know that will turn up as much as I do, one of us has to be the calm one, and that's just my rational thinking. That one of us has to be the calm one. Now, he can catch me if he stays calm and let me go to 100, and then he goes to 100, because then I'm not going to calm down, because I'm already there. But if it's up to me, and because I've had friends that I know go to 100 real quick. One of my friends saw me go to 100, and he was in a state of shock, because I went to 100 in the emergency room, because I thought it was taking them way too long to see me. I have blood coming out of my nose, and I'm sitting there in pain, and I just went off because your mother tell you I'm a bougie brat, and I act very that, and I went off. I just went off. I was standing in the middle of the emergency room screaming at the top of my lungs to my friend. I said, why would you bring me to this ghetto with all these people with Medicare and Medicaid? I don't have to deal with this shit. I have real insurance. Why am I here? I was like, and then that fat-ass security guard is going to get fucked up, keep telling me to step behind the line. Bitch, make me step behind the line, you fat bitch. He just sitting there looking. I said, yeah, I thought so, fake-ass cop. Like, I went ballistic, and my friend's like, I said, see, I told you, you ain't the only one that carries on. I don't like being like, I don't, because when I go there, see, if the wrong person say something to me, I don't care, man, woman, child, I will punch you in the face. Because see, Tremel says, no, Joseph, you have a way with work. I do. But when I get that mad, I will hit you. And I won't even realize that I hit you till one or two things. We're fighting or you're getting up off the floor. Because that's just, I know I have anger management issues and I try to control them and keep them in. And when I get there, I just hit. And like my sister gets so mad at me. She's like, you can't just walk around hitting people. I'm like, well, people need to shut the fuck up. When I warn you and say, get out of my face and shut the fuck up, unless you want to fight, then you should shut the fuck up and get out of my face. But no, they want to be Billy Badass. So the next thing I'm going to do is pop them in the mouth. And it's not, that's something I have to work on because I have snatched up some women by the throat. I have just punched men in the face. I won't punch a woman, but I will strangle her real quick to let her know, bitch, you are not a man.
That sounds bad.
But if you keep going, I will beat you like the fucking man you jumping in my face thinking you are. Because I can't. Like, I just can't. I don't have, when I get there, as long as I'm calm, I'll sit and read you all back and forth all day long. But once you put me there, all ration is out of the window. And he don't understand that because he ain't never seen it. But I'm telling you, if Tremel sees it, he's going to jump in front of me and say, okay, I don't want you to be bipolar no more with me. Because that's why I don't let myself go there. And the last time I let myself go there, I was in a bar, and the person pissed me off.
Oh, yeah.
And I ignored them, and they called me the P word. You know, I don't want to say it on here, but what a woman has. And I said, oh, are we doing that? So I turned around. I said, okay. So they kept going. So I jumped in.
Good morning, Tuber Chat.
And I said, say it again. Yell at me one more time. See, I give people warnings. I tell you, do it again. Because see, after that is whatever I do is whatever I do. And he did it again. And I punched him in the face. And it was on and popping. We was fighting. I don't expect nobody not to hit me back. I want you to hit me back. If you don't hit me back now, I'm angry because I look like a bully. But I want you to hit me back so we could fight. So,
do that make sense, y'all?
Yes, I don't want to fight somebody that don't, because people start trouble, and then when you fight them, they want to stand there, I'll call the police. Well, how about this, bitch? How about you use my phone before I break your jaw? That way, you can just say, I called you from the person's phone, or somebody around you can say, I called you, because I'm not going to sit there and wait for them to come and get me. I'm going home. And they can ring my bell, and I'll be more than happy to go with them, because you're going to the hospital and I'm going to jail. It's not like I haven't sat in a jail cell before and was mad because they put me in there by myself. I was all cute and clean shaven, didn't know I was getting arrested, honey. And I was like, y'all not going to put me with no boys? I'm going to really sit here by myself? As cute as I look right now, I can pick up a date, bitch. Oh, it's just a mess. It's a mess. But all that to say, if you know you have anger issues like that, don't let your anger take over.
Yeah, don't do that.
And I really, really try he'll tell you, because he gets mad at me sometimes when we argue. He's like, I don't even know if you're angry.
Now, you know,
because I won't let my anger get the best of me, because I know how I get.
Yes. And guys, as much as I joke about my mental health, my bipolar disorder, there's a reason for that. There's a reason why I can laugh about it today. There's a reason why I can find a little humor in it, because at one point in time in my life, it was not humorous to me. It was not funny to me. Bipolar disorder, if you don't know, it is a chemical imbalance. And it's something that can take you through so many different psychological changes. And, you know, I say to anyone, if you feel as though that, you know, you're having issues like that, I suggest that you go and you talk to someone. You don't have to go and talk to a psychiatrist, because, you know, unfortunately, in the Black community, you know, for years, you know, it's always been, you know, going to a psychiatrist or seeing a therapist has always been thought of as taboo, or you know, if you even consider it or have the thought in your mind that you know, you are having a mental breakdown or issue, then you're considered crazy. But that's not the case. And you know, I would rather be considered crazy and go get help than to not doing anything about it. And guys, today I look at my bipolar disorder as a gift, and I'll tell you the reason why. And I know that sounds weird to a lot of people, but this is a task that God has given me. I feel special. God has given me a special task to be able to endure and deal with not only my own personal world, but society as a whole, and be able to be under control. And although it's not easy sometimes, today I am a totally different person today than I was 10 years ago when I was diagnosed. And I am able to maintain, I am able to sustain, I'm able to deal with myself. As I tell people all the time, I see a therapist, my therapist gives me the tools to deal with me. And that's why I say each and every individual person that has bipolar disorder is different. Some people require medication, some people don't. I am a person that does require medication, and I do take my medication. And in addition to that, I see my therapist. And as I stated, my therapist gives me the tools to deal with me as a person. So if you are out there and you feel as though you have the signs of bipolar disorder, you know, I say go and talk to someone. Talk to someone. Don't talk to a family member. You have to talk to someone that's going to be unbiased and that is going to sit there and they are going to listen and hang on to your every word. And they're not going to say a word. They're just going to sit there and they are going to listen to you. And then after they finish listening to you, then they can give you things that you can do to structure your life. And that's what my therapist does for me. She gives me the tools so that I can live a structured life, and I can have a successful marriage. I can have successful relationships with other people. I can maintain my cool when I need to maintain my cool. And I'm not perfect. I'm not a perfect person. I'm not perfect in the sense of, you know, sometimes when I lose it, you know, all of us lose it, you know, every now and then.
That's why I can't lose it, because I know he's bipolar.
Yes.
So that's why one of us, that's the part. And sometimes I feel that he really wants me to lose it with him at the same time. Other times I know he be playing. I just be
joking. No, I don't want my.
No, I'm saying, but other times I know he be playing. But I'm saying that's why I have to stay calm, because y'all don't understand. The first time I seen Tremel have a real bipolar moment, I gagged. I did. I really did. He didn't know, because I kept my composure and I kept my cool. But I was like, oh my God, he's crazy. That was the first thing I thought in my head. I'm serious. I was like, oh my God.
For real? You
I married a crazy lunatic. How am I gonna get out of this? Because it was like it was because of what he lost it over. And for him to get that angry and that upset over something I felt was so minute, it was scary to see him act like that. And it's like, whoa. But I know now, because we've been together for 2 years, I can tell. Tremel will wake up and I can tell. I'll be like, ooh, this is going to be a bad day, honey. Come on, Tremel. We going downstairs and stay downstairs for at least half a day. Because he's going to be on 100, honey. He's going to be on 100 all day. I can tell now. But in the beginning, I couldn't tell. It was just, he wake up and he, don't touch me while I'm sleeping. I'll fuck you up. And I'm like, all I did was reach over and, I don't care what you did. If do it again and watch what happens. And I'm like, okay. Ooh, it's one of them days, honey. Oh, Lord have mercy. I know. That's what I'm saying. It's a scary
And when he go downstairs, I'll be like, bye.
Yeah. Then he gets mad when I go downstairs. Bye. You don't have to come. Or when I know that he's, you know, like, when I know that he's getting a little better, he'll come tipping downstairs. Do you need a cigarette? Do you need anything? No, I'm good. And go tipping off.
Right, because one of the things that my therapist taught me is to not be angry for longer than 15 minutes. And I really try to stick to that. I really try to not be angry at a situation or a person for no longer than 15 minutes. And that depends. It depends on what the situation is. But I really, I really try to, stick to these things that my therapist has given me. It gets me through the day.
Hold that thought. So y'all, because we can't go over time because Wonston starts at 9 o'clock. Make sure you follow everybody. The description will be in the description box from the TBT Squad. Merchandise link is in the description box, as well as our Cash App if you want to support our channel. And the P.O. box for anything that you may want to send as far as us sponsoring your product or whatever.
Yes.
All that's there. Some of you have asked. Everything y'all need is in the description box. Make sure you send questions for Coffee with the Kings. The email is in the description box. We may come back at our regular time today. Don't hold us to that.
Yeah, don't hold us to
We may come back at 11 o'clock just because we know a lot of people look for us at 11 and not at 8 o'clock.
Right.
So we may come back at 11 o'clock. So just set your notification and look for us then. If you don't see us, just know that we were sleepy and didn't feel like coming back.
Yes, but we got up quite early this morning.
Right. But we may come back, finish this conversation.
Thank you, Sister Monica.
Come back with a topic and all of that for you guys because we really didn't have a topic this morning. We was just talking. And
yes,
we will see you guys later.
Yes.
Make sure you all head right over to Yes Honey. It's me, Wonston, Yes Honey.
Yes, make sure you get
He's
right over there.
now.
He's on there right now. So y'all leave us.
Right now.
Y'all leave us and go over there right now.
Go over there.
Right now.
All of
get
you
bipolar
that may have never went to go to Wonston, make sure you put McRae Kingz raid so that he knows you're a new person and you're coming from us. So go over to Yes Honey. It's me, Wonston, Yes Honey. He's live right now.
Yes.
Make sure you like, subscribe. And like I said, we may be back later. Yes. You know what it is. You know how we do.
That's
Make
right.
Sure you walk in peace, love, and sunshine. And always remember,
it's Team McRae.
all damn day. Later, y'all.
Talk to you guys.